New footage shows this is how Ukrainian FPV drones brutally take out entire Russian troops near Avdiivka. Today, military chiefs have raised the alarm that Ukraine's new first-person view drones could introduce a very worrying new element to the conflict. A new and formidable weapon has emerged in the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war that could reshape the dynamics of warfare on the front lines. Ukrainian forces are deploying first-person view (FPV) kamikaze drones, compact yet lethal unmanned aerial vehicles, to devastating effect against Russian troops. This innovative tactic, once virtually unheard of, is now a daily occurrence along the front, with hundreds of suicide drone missions conducted regularly, while the latest encounters have captured the attention of military experts and raised concerns among global leaders. In a recent incident, a lone Russian soldier found himself in a perilous situation as a kamikaze drone, no larger than a football but packed with explosive power, closed in on him. The relentless pursuit, documented by another UAV operated remotely by a Ukrainian soldier, highlighted the deadly efficiency and precision of this emerging technology. The little thing we see on the battlefield in Ukraine is in the foothill of where this technology can go, which is a very worrying place. It could become a new weapon of mass destruction, General Sir Richard Barons told media, expressing the growing unease among military leaders about the potential consequences of this evolving technology. The Wild Division of the 2nd Air Assault Brigade has become synonymous with the successful deployment of FPV drones. These unmanned attackers, costing a mere £300 each, exhibit remarkable versatility, infiltrating bunkers, crashing through windows, and relentlessly pursuing individual Russian soldiers mockingly referred to as orcs. Major General Charlie Herbert underscored the psychological impact of this new form of warfare. "I have been under shell fire, rocket fire, and mortar fire in my military career. They're all frightening and relatively indiscriminate." Efforts to counter the threat are underway, with various military initiatives exploring electronic jammers, disruption guns, and net-slinging drone interceptors. However, concerns persist about a potential arms race, leading to the development of AI-powered drone swarms capable of autonomous operation, presenting a formidable challenge for existing defenses. As the conflict in Ukraine persists, both sides increasingly rely on FPVs not only to target high-value assets like tanks but also to harass individual soldiers during rearmament. President Volodymyr Zelensky has expressed his determination to significantly boost drone production, unveiling a people's drone project that encourages Ukrainians to assemble their own kamikaze drones for military use. The FPV kamikaze drone, though not a revolutionary game-changer, undeniably contributes to the evolving violence and psychological impact of modern conflict in Ukraine. Nowadays, Russian forces in Ukraine lost more than 1,000 soldiers, 17 tanks and 35 armored personnel vehicles in the past day, Kyiv's military said on Tuesday. It is the latest indicator of the rising human and material cost of nearly 2 years of war. Moscow has lost around 390,580 fighters since February 24, 2022, according to Ukraine's military. Updated totals published by Ukraine on Tuesday also say Russia has lost 6,365 tanks and more than 11,850 armored personnel vehicles. It is impossible to gain an accurate picture of the true scale of Russian losses. However, Western experts and governments broadly agreed that more than 300,000 of Moscow's troops have been killed or injured by the final months of 2023, and that figure will now have risen. Both Moscow and Kyiv are tight-lipped about their own losses, rarely nodding to their own casualty counts or how much equipment has been destroyed. It is very difficult to determine casualties in an ongoing conflict since both sides will try to keep the data secret. Marina Myron, a postdoctoral researcher in the Department of War Studies at King's College London, UK, told in May 2023. In late December, the British Defence Ministry said the average number of Russian casualties sustained each day had risen by almost 300 per day throughout 2023 compared to the previous year. If Russia's casualty count stays the same throughout 2024, Moscow will have sustained more than 500,000 casualties in the war by 2025, the UK government said. London linked the increase in reported casualties to the degradation of Russia's forces and its transition to a lower-quality, high-quantity mass army since the partial mobilization of reservists back in September 2022. In late January, Ukraine's Defense Minister Rustem Umerov told countries gathered in support of Ukrainian military efforts in January that Russia loses an average of 400 soldiers in exchange for 1 square kilometer (0.4 square mile) of land along the front lines. Casualties have soared since Russia launched its assault on the Donetsk town of Avdiivka, northwest of the regional capital, Donetsk City, in early October. Avdiivka has been dubbed a meat grinder, a label referring to long periods of bitter fighting with heavy casualty counts. While at this time, Russian troops intensified attacks in the past day on 3 fronts: Avdiivka, Mariupol, and Lyman, resulting in a total of 105 collisions along the front lines, Ukrainian General Staff reported on Facebook on February 6. Russian forces conducted numerous attacks, including 7 missile strikes, 25 aerial assaults, and 52 artillery barrages. In response, Ukrainian defending forces targeted Russian troop positions, striking 2 command posts and 2 ammunition depots. The situation remains tense in the east and south, Ukrainian General Staff said. Ukrainian defensive forces repelled 8 attacks near Sinkivka in Kharkiv Oblast on the Kupiansk front, while 24 assaults were repelled near Novobakhmutivka and Avdiivka, along with 14 attacks near Pervomaisky and Nevelski in Donetsk Oblast on the Avdiivka front.